Hey Pam, are you there? There is something that you and I should talk about. Or rather, I guess it's something more that I just need to tell you. There isn't really much talking to be done about it now that I think about it. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you that tomorrow my sister is going to come over to our house to hang out for a while.
Hold on a second, Fred. Why am I just hearing about this now? I really wish that you would have told me about this way sooner. I had no idea that anyone was going to be coming over, let alone your sister, tomorrow. I have so much that I have to prepare before she gets here. I don't have time when you tell me these things so last minute.
What are you talking about? What do you have to get ready? There isn't anything you need to prepare for my sister. Why would you even think that you need to do something like that? It doesn't make any sense.
Fred, you aren't really serious about that, right? You know that there are always some kinds of preparations to be done when someone comes over. I have to clean the house, make it at least look presentable, and try and be a good host.
Well, I really don't see what the big problem is. It isn't like you have to tear apart the whole house and do some kind of deep clean or something like that. I don't see why you just can't throw things in the closet and make the houses look somewhat nice for them. You know? Besides, you're my wife. That's kind of your job to be ready for these kinds of things anyways. If you're really that worried, then you should have been keeping the house in order just in case anyone were to drop by anyways. But it's not like you don't have a ton of free time anyways. I mean, you've basically been doing nothing ever since you got pregnant. I'm really not buying it if you're trying to tell me that you don't have enough time to do this one little thing for me.
But that isn't even the problem. I don't think you're being fair to me at all right now, Fred.
I'm sorry, but if that's all you have to say to me, then you're going to have to try a little harder to come up with a better argument. In fact, you may as well get it through your head right now that the moment you married me, you gave up any right to argue with me at all.
What do you mean? You can't actually be serious about that, right? Why are you being so overbearing? This isn't fair. I mean, you're talking as if you're someone out of the 50s or something. Don't you know that husbands can't just treat their wives like this anymore? Besides, I'm literally 8 months pregnant. Are you really just not going to acknowledge that at all? But this isn't just a recent thing. I feel like you've been treating me poorly like this ever since I got pregnant all those months ago. Aren't you worried at all about our child and what kind of effect that treating me like this might have on them? You're being completely unreasonable.
You really think that just because you're pregnant, it means that you can get away with whatever you want? Why do you think being pregnant even makes you that special, huh?
What do you mean? I don't think it makes me special. I think it means that I have a health condition where I have a literal human growing inside me.
Oh, please. Just why do you think that merits you any kind of special treatment at all, huh? Any woman can get pregnant. You're not that big of a deal, you know. You really think that just because you're pregnant, then I have to do every little thing for you? No, you're having a baby. But that doesn't make you a baby. You're just going to have to learn how to take care of yourself and quit relying so much on me.
And do you think you're going to feel the same way about all of this even after I have our child, Fred?
What are you talking about now? Why are you always trying to change the subject? If you're trying to make a point, then just make it and move on with your life. I really don't have the time to deal with some hysterical pregnant lady right now.
I just mean that even after I have our kid, are you still going to demand that I do everything by myself? Are you really just going to make me continue to take care of the house and chores and the child while you do nothing to help out at all?
I don't get what you're trying to ask. I mean, just who else would do any of that anyways?
I really can't believe the messages that I'm reading from you. You are just being ridiculous. I mean, are you really not going to help out around the house or with the child at all after I give birth? Well, if that's how you really feel about the situation, then I feel I understand very well where we're at right now.
Yeah, where we're at is that I don't want you coming to me asking for help for every little thing, got it? You're a wife, and that means that it is your job to obey what your husband tells you to do and quit whining. Did you really not think that when you got married, you wouldn't have to take care of the house and chores and everything? I'm not treating you like anything.
I just didn't think that after we got married that you were going to turn into such a domineering jerk, Fred. I mean, you do know that I have a job as well, right? I'm only not working right now because of the pregnancy leave, and I'll have some more time I'll be able to take after I have the child as well. But the fact of the matter is that I still work and I still contribute to the family in that way. So I don't know why it is that you think you can treat me as if I never ever do anything for this family.
I'm treating this way precisely because you're not contributing anything to the family at all. Besides, nothing that you said changes the fact that I'm the husband and you're the wife, and whatever I say goes. The moment you said I do, you swore your life to me. You pledged to always be faithful and obedient and never once question your husband. Did you really not realize that's what you were getting yourself into?
I don't remember anything besides the faithful part ever being part of our vows. And if you really think that's how a marriage is supposed to work, then I don't even know what to say to you. But I guess if anything, I should say I'm grateful for you making your position perfectly clear. And I guess I finally understand why it is that you haven't shown me an ounce of kindness ever since I first got pregnant.
And just what makes you think that someone like you even deserves a gram of kindness from someone like me, huh?
You're right. I guess it's probably because you're running around showing all your kindness to someone else.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Just what is that supposed to mean, huh? How dare you talk to me like this?
I didn't mean anything by it at all, Fred. Anyways, I have to get ready for your sister to arrive tomorrow, so I'm about to be very busy.
Hey, you should be completely free this summer, right? I mean, you don't really have anything scheduled for the whole, say, summer break until school starts back up. Does that sound right?
I'm not quite sure what you mean about plans or being free. I am 8 months pregnant, so by the time summer starts, I'll probably have already moved into the hospital to get ready to give birth.
Right, okay. So you're going to be in the hospital for a little bit of time near the start of summer, and then besides that, you should be free. Do I have that right? I guess that means that you wouldn't have any problems watching kids then, right?
Fred, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about right now, but watching kids is all that I would be doing anyways after I get out of the hospital. Or rather, I should say that watching a kid, ours, is the only thing that I'm going to be doing once I get out of the hospital.
But you already said that you don't really have any other plans for the summer after you have our baby, right? Please. You have to give me a hand here. My sister could really use your help, Pam.
I'm sorry, but I still have no idea what you're going on about. What help does your sister need? You're still not telling me why you want to know whether or not I'm going to be free this summer.
And the only reason I'm asking if you're going to be free this summer or not is because my sister is going to need someone to look after her 4 kids for the summer break.
Wait, what? Are you telling me that you want me to be the one to look after them? When I'm already so close to giving birth to our own child right now? You can't actually be serious about that, right?
Of course I am. I wouldn't be asking this of you if I wasn't serious about you doing it. That wouldn't make any sense at all.
But what do you mean? Why do you think I would agree to this? What does any of this have to do with me?
It has to do with you because you're going to be home all day anyways, right? So if you're not going to be doing anything but sitting around the house with a baby, then you should be able to do it just fine. I mean, you said yourself that you still have your maternity leave and won't have to go into the office for a while after you have our kid, remember? I mean, you are really starting to piss me off with this lazy, entitled attitude of yours. Do you know that?
Did you seriously just call me lazy and entitled for being pregnant? What kind of way is that to talk to your wife, Fred? Seriously, what is the matter with you? Why are you treating me like this?
Now look, I'm not going to ask you anymore. Do you understand? You were going to look after my sister's kids and that's that. Just think of this as a way to get some practice in child rearing before you have to do the real thing. This is going to be a great learning opportunity. You learn how to deal with 4 kids of all different ages. It's going to be great, I promise.
So you were never asking me in the first place is what I'm to get from that then? No! The answer is no, and this is the last I want to hear of it. I'm sorry, but you'll have to tell your sister to go and look for a sitter elsewhere.
What did you just say? You really think you can talk to me like this? Did you forget that you are my wife and I'm your husband? You can't talk to me like that.
Look, Fred, even if I wanted to do this for your sister, it just wouldn't work at all in the current state that I'm in. I am literally about to give birth to our child, and you are asking me to take care of 4 kids for the entire summer on top of that? I mean, do I really have to spell out for you why this isn't going to work? Just think about it, Fred.
What on earth are you talking about, Pam? The only one who isn't thinking about this hard enough is you. Or rather, you're actually thinking about it way too much. Because the whole issue is so much more simple than you're making it out to be. You are going to do as I say and watch my sister's kids, or else I'm going to divorce you. So what do you think about that?
You're serious about this? You're really going to divorce me if I don't do as you say? Do you even understand what you're actually saying when you threaten me with that, Fred?
Of course I do. Do you really think that I would just say something like that without thinking about it first? You're clearly just upset because you can't think of a good rebuttal, and that's why you resorted to these sad little questions. But I've already made it very clear to you that I am the boss around here, and you have no right to tell me no about anything that I ask of you.
So you're really not even going to listen to your wife telling you that she is not prepared, equipped, or willing to do this?
I'm glad that you're finally starting to get some of that through your head. So does that mean that I don't need to have to keep arguing with you over this? Here's the deal. You're going to take care of my sister's 4 kids for the duration of the summer break, okay? You're my wife, and I know for a fact that you have nothing but time on your hands right now. So don't even try to tell me that you're not going to be able to do this. If I hear even a word of complaint from you again, so help me, I will really divorce you.
Well, okay then. Consider this my one more word of complaint. Now let's go get that divorce started, Fred.
Wait, what? What do you mean? You're telling me that you want to get divorced?
I mean that you gave me a choice. Obey you or get a divorce, right? Well, I've made my choice, so what do you think about that?
But hold on. What on earth are you talking about right now? You're really going to try and walk away from me? What do you think you'll be able to do for yourself after that? You might think that you're tough talking like that to me right now, but I know that you'll never, ever be able to walk the walk. So if you're not actually serious about any of this, then I recommend you keep your mouth shut and don't say stupid things like that, or else I will really leave you.
I'm not trying to bluff you, and I wasn't joking about that either.
Look, the summer break starts tomorrow, and my sister's kids are going to be coming not long after that. I really don't have time for this kind of nonsense from you.
And just why do you think that I'm going to go along with any of this? You can't just drop a huge request on me like this and expect me to jump at it and drop everything else that I'm doing. You can't just treat people, especially your wife, this way. But I don't even see why we're continuing this conversation. It seems that we've said all we have to say.
No, we're not through here. You need to understand very clearly that the only way that you're going to get a divorce is with my permission, okay? I mean, I know that you don't really want to get divorced as a pregnant woman, right? What would be the point in doing something as stupid as that?
Oh no, I think I'm going to be just fine, actually. Besides, I'm only giving you what you wanted, Fred.
Hey, Pam, are you there? Just where did you run off to? I can't find you anywhere around the house at all, and my sister is about to arrive with her kids soon. I thought I told you that I wanted the house to be ready when they all arrived. It looks like you've barely done anything at all around here. You had better be working on cleaning up the house somewhere.
I thought I already told you what I was going to be doing, Fred. I'm getting out divorce papers right now.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you seriously still going on with this stupid prank of yours? I thought I told you that it wasn't going to work on me.
And I thought I told you that I wasn't trying to prank or fool you at all. You and I are getting a divorce, and that is that. Did you actually think that I was joking about any of that? And did you really tell your sister to show up to our house with all of her kids? Why would you do that? What is the matter with you? If you really thought that I was just going to go along with this, then you are sorely mistaken, because I'm not even home right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're not even making any sense at all now. Are you getting a heat flash or something? Is this some crazy pregnant lady hormonal thing? I thought I told you that if you didn't do as I say, then I was going to divorce you. Now you get back to the house right now and start getting things ready for my sister's kids. Are you seriously not going to get anything ready for them at all?
Are you really trying to tell me that I should be worried about these 4 other children when I am literally about to give birth to my own kid? And just what kind of way is this for any father to treat his wife or his unborn child?
What are you talking about now? You really do think that being pregnant makes you untouchable, don't you? When are you going to wake up and realize that you can't shirk your responsibilities like this?
Me shirk my responsibilities? You're the only one literally threatening to divorce me and leave me a single mother if I don't obey you. But the thing is that I would rather be a divorced single mother than be with you for another second, so your threat doesn't work.
Wait, hold on just a second there, Pam. Now, I thought I told you that I didn't think this joke was funny the first time, and I don't want to hear any of this crazy talk from you, okay?
And I am telling you for the last time that I am not joking about any of this. I am very serious. In fact, I've already submitted the paperwork for the divorce, and there's no undoing it now. So there isn't even a point in carrying on this conversation any further because nothing you say is going to change that fact.
Wait, what? Are you really serious? You're really submitting the divorce paperwork already? Please tell me that you're still trying to play some kind of prank on me right now. You can't be serious about that, right?
Why do I even bother with you? Are you even reading the messages that I'm sending you? I am trying to tell you that I am serious. I was never joking about this, and now I've gone and gotten us divorced. It's over. You gave me a clear choice, and I took you up on that choice. Don't be upset with me because I didn't choose the option that suited you.
You can't be serious. I don't know what to say to this. I mean, you're really serious about this, aren't you? You really went and divorced me? But I never told you you could do that. When did I ever give you permission for that?
Permission? Of course you gave me permission. You said I had two options. I could either do what you say like a good docile wife, or we could get a divorce. That's what you told me. I'm doing exactly as you told me and nothing more.
So then you really wanted to divorce me that badly. But then who is going to watch my sister's kids?
That is not my problem and it never was. Figure it out yourself.
What do you mean?
I mean that you pushed me to this point, and if you have a problem with where things are now, blame yourself.
I don't understand. Why would you do this to me?
That's exactly the question that I want to ask you. You drove me to this. You were being so horrible to your own pregnant wife. And you never ever did anything to help out around the house. Did you really think a marriage like ours was going to last?
This can't be right. This isn't Pam. Someone must have stolen your phone to type all this.
I'm afraid that that's not the case. It is your now ex-wife Pam telling you all of this. You treated me horribly and told me if I didn't like it that I could leave. Besides, I know about the affair you were having.
Affair? What are you talking about this time? I was never having an affair.
Don't try to deny it, Fred. I have all the proof that I need.
Proof? What are you talking about? You must have really gone crazy, huh?
You really are gutsy, you know that? Carrying on your affair even when your wife is this pregnant? You have no idea what you've been putting me through with the way you've been treating me.
I only thought you were using your pregnancy to get out of doing your wifely duties.
You have no idea what it's like to be pregnant, and you were never being fair to me at all. You were literally about to have me watch over 4 kids in my state.
But only so that you can get some practice in dealing with children?
The only person who needs practice here is you.
Please, there's no need to be upset with me over this. I screwed up, okay?
I don't want to hear anything more from you. I am sick and tired of having to treat you like you're some god on earth. We are through. The divorce is happening, and you are going to have to pay dearly for your affair. The next time you hear from me, it will be from my lawyer. In the end, Fred realized that he had nowhere else to run and agreed to the divorce. Later, he received a letter from my lawyer inviting him to a discussion about alimony, child support, and the lawsuit for his infidelity. Fred even signed an agreement to never ever contact me again in exchange for a lowering of some of the fees that he would have to pay me. But by then, the rumors of his affair and divorce have been leaked to his company, and he felt compelled to resign in disgrace.
I just purchased a $200,000 car using my son's credit card. Are there any complaints from the simple wife? I am so happy to have a doctor as a son. What? A car? For $200,000? Are you sure you don't mean a $2 toy car? My, you and your jealousy really has gotten to your head now. Sam went ahead and gifted me this $200,000 foreign sports car. I just went and signed it, and later on, I'll send you the pictures. So Sam went and bought that car for you? That's what I've been saying. All right, let me go and take a picture of it right now and send it your way. It's true, that is definitely a luxury foreign car. But I can't imagine Sam being able to afford something like this. Sam is a doctor, you know. Of course he can easily afford this. Or could it be that he doesn't buy you anything? What do you mean by that? Oh, it's simple. Since Sam doesn't love you, he doesn't buy you anything, not even a car. I mean, come on. It makes sense, right? Someone like you, such a low-class, stupid woman, is just on a completely different level from Sam. And, of course, from me as well. Sam doesn't love me? Well, that may be true. But calling me a low-class, stupid woman, huh? Exactly. You're a low-class, low-income, and uneducated woman. Am I wrong? You and I are fundamentally different kinds of people. It's almost generous of us to have to let a woman like you into this family. Look, I get it. You're really proud of the car. But can we stop this already? No, we can't stop. You see, you're seriously lacking in gratitude towards us. Your family is poor, right? You should be thankful you can even live this life thanks to us. Thanks to you? But Sam only makes $300 a month. Liar. You ugly woman. You've really lost your mind, haven't you? Not just your appearance, but now your head too. I guess that's what happens when you're poor. Everyone becomes a liar. I'm telling the truth. I've kept quiet about it until now, but I've been barely supporting him this whole time. However, I'm done with that kind of life, so we'll be getting a divorce soon. After we divorce, you'll have to take care of him, so good luck with that. Oh my goodness, you're scared. I've never seen someone so delusional. Do you need me to take you to the hospital or something? Or better yet, why not have your dear Dr. Sam take a look at you? Hey, what on earth is this all about?
Huh? No, wait, you've got it wrong. It's not what you think.
Wrong about what? What are you even talking about?
Isn't this about the engagement ring?
What? Are you saying you sold the engagement ring?
Well, yeah, there's this guy I know who's really knowledgeable about these things. He said if I was going to sell it, now's the best time. He mentioned that prices for jewelry like that are really high right now, and there's even a chance I could get more than what I originally paid for it. So I figured, why not? I thought I could get a good price for it.
Wait a second. You sold the ring? And not just any ring, my engagement ring?
Yeah, I sold yours too, but listen, I bought that ring for you, so technically it's mine. Besides, you haven't been wearing it for a while now, so I figured you didn't need it anymore. You know, since we're getting divorced and all, I thought of it as part of the separation process, like a symbolic thing.
You've got to be kidding me. This isn't about whether I'm wearing it or not. Selling the engagement ring behind my back? That's beyond messed up.
I didn't have much of a choice, okay? I was broke. You, as my wife, should just stay quiet and understand my situation.
What the hell did you just say?
Chris came by again, pressuring me to pay up. He even said that if I don't settle things soon, you might end up getting hurt too. He was desperate. I was just trying to protect you, that's all.
Wow, aren't you clever with your words? So, let me get this straight. You sold the engagement rings to protect me?
Exactly. You know how dangerous Chris can be. I was just looking out for you.
Right, but who's the one who borrowed money from someone like Chris in the first place?
Well, I didn't really have a choice. No other lenders would give me a loan. Chris, on the other hand, doesn't care about credit scores or background checks. Sure, the interest rates are high, but at least he'll lend to anyone.
Ah, I see. So you took out a high-interest loan from a dangerous guy just to blow it all on gambling. How admirable. And yet, for some reason, your mother seems to dote on you endlessly despite this kind of behavior.
No, it's not like that. My mom doesn't dote on me exactly. She just sees me as a status symbol. To her, I'm just the son of a doctor. That's all I am to her, a way for her to show off. She doesn't really care about me as a person.
That's funny, coming from the guy who bought his mom a $200,000 luxury car.
Huh? What'd you just say?
You heard me. A $200,000 luxury car. Don't play dumb. You bought that car for her, didn't you? With your credit card. I saw how thrilled your mom was about it, and she even showed me pictures of the car. Today was the delivery day, wasn't it?
Is this some kind of prank? Think about it for a second. How would I have $200,000 to spend on a car right now? I'm drowning in debt as it is, and I can barely keep my head above water.
Then explain to me why your mother has that car. She doesn't work, so there's no way she could afford something like that on her own. Your father's inheritance is long gone, too. So where did she get the money for that car?
What the hell is going on here? Hey, Mom, I heard you bought a foreign car and that I bought it for you?
Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention it to you. You left your credit card at my place, so I went ahead and used it.
What?
That foreign car. I've always wanted it. I'm so happy I finally got my hands on it.
Wait a minute, isn't that the $200,000 car?
Of course. I thought I could just tell you later, so I didn't think it was a big deal. But it's no big deal, right? I mean, $200,000 isn't that much, is it? After all, you're a doctor.
Well, it's just that,
If I had asked you to buy it before, you would have said yes anyway, right? I know I didn't tell you beforehand, and for that I'm sorry, but it's fine, isn't it?
$200,000 is a bit much, even for me.
What do you mean? Sam, you're a doctor. You can make $200,000 in just 3 months, can't you?
3 months? I mean, yeah, I'm a doctor, but I'm still pretty new to the field. I haven't even started my own practice yet, and it's not like I'm rolling in money.
Huh? What are you even talking about? You're a doctor. Act like one. You should be proud and confident. You're my pride and joy, my brilliant son. Don't get all gloomy over a mere $200,000.
Mere $200,000. You're lucky I'm only a little gloomy about it.
I don't want my proud son texting me to complain about something as trivial as this. Just let it go, okay?
Mom!
Hey, Rachel, excuse me for a moment. What is it? There are some strange people hanging around my house. They're demanding to see Sam. What? And why exactly are you telling me this? Because they can't get in touch with Sam. What's going on with him these days? Where is he? Who knows? Sam disappeared in the middle of the night, you know. He packed up and fled. What did you say? He most likely ran away to escape from his creditors. Considering the massive debt he's accumulated, especially after that additional $200,000, he looked completely desperate. There was no way out for him. Massive debt? What are you even talking about? Don't tell me, did he take on someone else's debt? Did he take over your debt by any chance? This is such a pain to explain. I've already told you before, he's practically unemployed. I've been the one earning the money and covering our living expenses. That's ridiculous. There's no way that's true. Sam is my son. The idea that he's buried in debt and unemployed is simply impossible. Besides, Sam graduated from a prestigious medical school and became a doctor. How can you even suggest that he's living such a miserable life? He quit being a doctor a long time ago. Since then, he's just been hopping between part-time jobs. He kept up the appearance of being a doctor only in front of you, his dear mother. He did indeed graduate from medical school, and that's partly true. But pretending to still be a doctor? Well, that's not as hard as it seems, especially when it comes to keeping up appearances. No, this can't be true. There's no way my Sam, would do something like that. And what makes you so certain about that? Forgive me for saying this, but you've never really had any social or career accomplishments of your own, right? How dare you say something like that? That's beyond rude. I'll have you know, my parents were highly successful and influential, and my late husband was the CEO of a company. And my son Sam is a doctor. He worked hard and became a respected doctor. Sure, your parents were great, and your husband may have been a successful CEO, but what about you? What have you accomplished? Oh, what? I'm not talking about your family or their achievements. I'm asking about you. What have you personally done? Bragging about your family doesn't do anything to change the reality of our own life, does it? Well, See? You can't think of anything, can you? That's exactly why you've pinned all your hopes and dreams on Sam. You project all your ideals onto him because you don't have anything of your own. Shut up! You don't know me or my life, so stop acting like you do. I don't need to know much to see the obvious. It's written all over you. But the reality is, Sam quit being a doctor, threw himself into gambling, and became a full-blown failure. It's time for you to accept that. I refuse to believe that. My Sam is a smart, talented, and a good man. He's an honest, upstanding person, and his patients all admire and respect him. He's a doctor. Then why isn't he answering your calls? Why is he avoiding contact with his own mother? How would I know? He's probably just asleep, that's all. Sleeping in the middle of the day? It's a weekday after all. Shouldn't a doctor be working? He's probably at the hospital, obviously. Maybe he's in the middle of performing surgery or something. Surgeries can take hours, you know. That's probably why he's not picking up the phone. He's probably doing one of those complex procedures, like heart surgery. Maybe one of those bypass operations or something like that. Yes, that's it. He must be in surgery right now, saving someone's life. Is that so? Well, let's hope that's the case. Though, for the record, Sam isn't a surgeon. Whatever. The point is, there's absolutely no truth to your absurd claims about Sam being buried in debt. You're just jealous because you're poor. You really need to stop being so envious of us and our success. If you say so, but I think it's time I show you some proof. How about I send you the messages I exchanged with Sam? You'll see for yourself what's really going on. No way. This is fake. That can't be real. That's not Sam. I'm afraid you're mistaken. It is definitely Sam. This was just a few days before he ran off in the middle of the night. By that point, he was so desperate that he even pawned the engagement ring. Can you imagine? Things were that bad. And in the midst of all that, you went and bought a $200,000 luxury car with his credit card. I'm not surprised he felt like running away after that. No way. Sam doing something like this? I can't believe it. My son, of all people, could never be that kind of person. No. Oh, what's the matter? The debt collectors? They're pounding on the door demanding we bring Sam out. But he's not here. They won't stop banging. Rachel, where is Sam right now? Who knows? I certainly don't. Enough of this. You need to bring Sam back here now. He has to take responsibility for his actions. How could he do this, dragging me into a mess like this? He's an absolute disgrace of a son. You're really quick to abandon him, aren't you? It seems like Sam was right all along. He told me, you know. He said that you only saw him as a status symbol. I guess he was telling the truth. What? How dare you? Or maybe you should take responsibility. After all, you're the one who let him fall so low. It's partly your fault too, isn't it? Well, you can say whatever you want, but if you're going to start talking about responsibility, then you should acknowledge that you have some responsibility in this too. What, me? I've done nothing but raise him the best way I could. If he decided to go down this wrong path, that's his fault, not mine. I bear no responsibility. The fact that you can say that so calmly just proves how much you failed as a parent. But hey, why don't you hear it directly from him? I'll have him get in touch with you. Wait, from him? You mean Sam? Yes. Contact him immediately. Why didn't you just do that from the start? All right. Please hold on for a moment.
Mom, it's me, Sam.
Sam, what on earth is going on? Why are these people outside? Are they trying to collect something from us?
Yeah, I know they're out there. Just be careful. They can get really aggressive.
Sam, why are you talking like this is some sort of outside problem? This is your debt we're dealing with. You're the one who needs to pay it back. You can't just act like it's not your responsibility.
No, it's not just my debt. It's also your debt, Mom.
What do you mean by that?
Remember when you bought that $200,000 foreign car using my credit card? It was just a few days later that all this trouble started. You even signed the ownership documents for the car. I remember that clearly.
Yeah, I did sign it, but...
Did you actually read those documents?
I mean, I glanced at them, but...
I told you to read them carefully. I made that very clear.
Okay, but what does that matter? Why are you bringing up those documents now?
Mom, you are a co-signer on my debt. This means that if I fail to pay it back, you're also responsible for the payments.
Wait, what?
Since you went ahead and bought that $200,000 car without thinking twice, I figured you'd be okay with the idea of sharing the burden of the debt. After all, you were the one that made that purchase.
Hold on, are you saying that you tricked me into this? You deceived me?
I didn't trick you. I told you to read the documents, so it's not my fault if you chose to ignore that advice. Why didn't you read them?
Why would I read a document like that? It's ridiculous. No one reads those things. And the idea of being a co-signer, that's just absurd. I will absolutely not pay any of this debt.
Listen, I'm taking responsibility for my share of the debt, so you need to pay back the $200,000 yourself. That seems fair to me, don't you think?
No way. Why should I have to pay for your mistakes? This has nothing to do with me. I refuse to pay.
If you don't agree to this, then I will have no choice but to sue you.
Sue me? Are you serious right now?
Absolutely! I will sue you for credit card fraud. You used my card without my knowledge or consent, and that puts you in a very serious situation.
Oh my God, this can't be happening. My son, of all people, is resorting to such desperate measures.
Yes, this is your son doing what he has to do. You treated me like an accessory, like a trophy to show off. You wanted to brag about having a doctor for a son, but what's it worth if I'm just a failure now? This attitude, Mom, it reflects on both of us. We're definitely related.
Don't you dare compare me to you. I'm from an elite family. I'm wealthy and successful.
Mom, that's really pathetic. You need to stop bragging about your relatives and start focusing on your own achievements instead.
Shut up. How dare you speak to me that way?
Let's face the facts together. You need to pay back the $200,000, and I'll take care of my own debts. I'll communicate that clearly to the debt collectors, too.
$200,000? There's no way I can afford that. Please, just find some way out of this mess.
You've already exhausted Dad's inheritance. You should have thought ahead. And if you don't, this is the consequence you face. Honestly, it's not my place to say it, but someone had to tell you.
No, I can't handle $200,000 in debt. It's far too much to deal with.
Then I guess it's time to cut off contact. We'll both be better off separated.
Wait, you can't just leave me like this. I see. So you hurried to return the car and ended up getting into a serious accident, breaking your leg in the process? Now you're looking at a month of recovery, and the car was completely totaled, rendered a total loss. Please, help me. Well, that's really the only way to put it, isn't it? But let's be clear, this situation is a result of your own actions. You'll have to figure out how to deal with this yourself. Don't say something so cold. You must have enough income to support Sam, right? I'm barely getting by. He managed to earn a measly $300 a month from his reselling side hustle, which was helpful. But my income is below average, so I can't provide you with any financial assistance. But paying back $200,000 in debt in this state is absolutely impossible. The car is destroyed, and my assets are gone. I can't live like this. Every day the debt collectors come knocking, and my only son has vanished. How am I supposed to keep going? It's all right. Sam will come back here soon enough. What do you mean by that? I contacted Sam and introduced him to Chris, the debt collector. I decided that Sam couldn't get away without facing this, and they both might get some legitimate job opportunities. So, let's work together to pay off this debt, all right? Wait, are you saying you sold us out to the debt collector? Well, it's a reasonable demand to ask for the money that was lent. You both signed those documents, so it's all in writing. And jobs? They're probably some shady work, right? I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want to work. You're not a child anymore. Haven't you enjoyed living off other people's money for long enough? Maybe it's time you learned what it's like to earn your own. How irresponsible of you. I hear the work can be quite physically demanding, so I hope you give it your all. You traitor, supporting the debt collector like this. Traitor? That's quite an accusation coming from someone like you. I don't want to hear that from a thief. How can you call me a thief? You know that I've always provided for my family. I didn't choose the situation, it just happened. And now you turn your back on me? Providing for your family? Is that how you see it? By buying a car worth $200,000 on someone else's credit card? You've been living in denial. How long did you think you could keep this up? You don't understand. I had to show off. I had to maintain appearances. It's what everyone expects of me. And look where that has landed you, on the brink of bankruptcy and facing daily harassment from debt collectors. Is it worth it? Was the status worth ruining your life over? Maybe you don't realize this, but the pressure I faced was immense. I had to keep up the facade, and now it's all coming crashing down. Do you have any idea what's that like? I do understand. You put yourself in this position. You're the one who prioritized appearance over reality, and now the consequences are here to stay. Then what am I supposed to do? I can't just roll over and accept this fate. I refuse to let it end like this. You have no choice. Accept your reality and start taking responsibility. It's time to grow up and face the music. You can't keep running away from the truth. Grow up? Easy for you to say. You're not the one who's going to be dealing with this. You're not the one facing the debt collectors every day. No, I'm not, but I'm here to help you face it. I may not be able to fix everything, but you'll have to take some steps yourself. Start by accepting the reality of the situation. Accept it? How can I accept that I'm drowning in debt with no way out? Then my son has abandoned me. Sam has not abandoned you. He's trying to navigate this mess just like you. He might need some time to figure things out, but he'll be back. In the meantime, you need to make changes. I don't know how. What can I possibly do to make things right? It feels hopeless. You can start by taking that job. It might not be ideal, but it's a step towards regaining control over your life. You have to fight back or you'll lose everything. How can you be so sure that this will work? What if it all goes wrong? Nothing in life is certain, but you have to try. You can't just sit here wallowing in self-pity while your situation worsens. It's time to act.
Fine, I'll consider it, but I'm not promising anything. I can't just throw myself into something without knowing what it entails.
That's fair. Just remember, if you don't take any action, you'll end up with nothing left. No son, no money, no dignity. Think about it. Danielle found herself trapped in a grim situation, having fallen into a veritable hell of debt that totaled an astonishing $200,000. It was a burden so immense that it must have felt like a weight pressing down on her very soul. After her discharge from the hospital, Danielle, alongside her son Sam, was sent to a workplace that had been arranged by a loan shark. This wasn't just any job. It was a grim lifeline thrown to them by someone who saw them as mere pawns in a cruel game. The workplace to which they were dispatched was a factory characterized by relentless, grueling physical labor that seemed designed to drain every ounce of energy from its workers. The air was thick with the sounds of machinery, clanging metal, and the murmurs of fellow laborers who shared in their plight. Each day, Danielle and Sam trudged through their tasks, their faces etched with expressions that reflected their deep despair and hopelessness. They were caught in a cycle that felt inescapable, working under conditions that seemed intended to break their spirits. It was a punishing environment that offered little to no respite, making it clear that they were trapped in a nightmarish reality. The nature of their work was harsh and unforgiving. They were forced to labor long hours, often in extreme conditions, pushing their bodies to the limit. As they faced this grueling routine day in and day out, one couldn't help but wonder when, or even if, they would ever be able to repay such a staggering amount of debt. It felt like an insurmountable mountain looming over them, casting a long shadow that made the prospect of financial freedom seem almost laughably distant. The thought of the looming debt felt overwhelming, and it was hard to believe that they would ever see the light at the end of the tunnel. Each passing day served as a painful reminder of their circumstances, making it clear that the path to recovery was fraught with challenges. It was a cruel twist of fate that left them both grappling with the harsh realities of their situation. Danielle, in particular, must have been consumed by thoughts of how she would ever manage to climb out of the debt pit that threatened to swallow her whole. The weight of the financial burden must have been suffocating, casting a shadow over their every waking moment. It felt as if they were living in a dark tunnel, with no visible exit, and every attempt to escape was met with a new obstacle. In the midst of this struggle, a glimmer of fortune would eventually shine upon Sam. Fast forward a few years, and Sam hit the jackpot with horse racing, an unexpected turn of events that allowed him to pay off his debts all at once. It was as if luck had finally smiled upon him after all the hardship he had endured. With this newfound financial freedom, Sam decided to leave the factory behind, breaking free from the shackles of his previous life. It must have been a surreal experience for him, going through from the depths of despair to the heights of freedom in such a short time. It's almost amusing, in a way, how some people seem to have an uncanny knack for good luck, while others, like Danielle, are left to wallow in their despair. It feels almost like fate has a sense of humor, where one person's misfortune is another windfall. Sam, who had always had a streak of bad luck, suddenly found himself on the winning side of life, while Danielle remained trapped in the depths of her despair. The disparity between their outcomes must have been a bitter pill for Danielle to swallow. While one person was celebrating newfound freedom and prosperity, Danielle was left grappling with the remnants of her shattered dreams and unrelenting debt. During this tumultuous time, Danielle reached out for help, desperately calling out for someone to stay by her side. She was scared and overwhelmed, feeling as if she was drowning in a sea of loneliness and debt. She must have felt a surge of panic and desperation as she realized the depth of her situation. However, Sam, who had been his companion through thick and thin, made the heart-wrenching decision to sever ties with Danielle. He felt it was necessary to cut off the connection, especially since Danielle was only viewed him as a status symbol, failing to acknowledge his humanity or struggles. The choice must have weighed heavily on Sam's conscience. While he achieved his freedom and newfound fortune, it came at the cost of abandoning his mother who had stood by him during difficult times. The dynamics of their relationship changed drastically, and one couldn't help but feel a sense of loss and betrayal. Sam's decision to leave Danielle behind speaks to the complexities of friendship and loyalty, especially in times of crisis. The bond they had shared now lay in ruins, torn apart by the harsh realities of life and the choices they had made. As Danielle sat in the silence of her own thoughts, one could only imagine the tumult of emotions swirling within her. What must she have felt as she grappled with the reality of being left behind? Was she angry at Sam for abandoning her, or was she simply heartbroken? It's a painful situation that forces one to control not just their own failures, but also the failures of those around them. Danielle may have been left to fend for herself, but it was clear that the emotional scars would linger for a long time. The sense of betrayal must have been profound, leaving Danielle to ponder the true nature of friendship and loyalty. In her darkest moments, she may have questioned everything she thought she knew about the bonds they had formed. The loneliness that enveloped them must have been suffocating as she confronted the reality of her isolation. Now, as she navigates through life on her own, Danielle's feelings must be a mixed bag of anger, betrayal, and perhaps a sense of longing for the companionship she once had. The weight of loneliness must feel heavier than any financial burden she faced. It's easy to imagine her reflecting on the good times they shared, wondering if things could have been different had circumstances played out another way. Meanwhile, my own life couldn't be more different. I am currently relishing the joys of living alone, a stark contrast to Danielle's plight. The tranquility of solitude allows me to savor the freedom that comes with it. Every day, I experience the happiness of spending my hard-earned money solely for my own enjoyment and comfort. I can choose how to decorate my space, what to eat, and how to spend my time without having to consider anyone else's needs or desires. This autonomy brings me immense satisfaction. Living alone means that I have the luxury of crafting my own environment. I can surround myself with the things that bring me joy and comfort. Whether it's a cozy reading nook, a kitchen filled with my favorite snacks, or a living room decorated to reflect my personal style. Every detail is a reflection of my choices. The independence I enjoy is liberating, allowing me to create a space that feels uniquely mine. There's a profound joy in knowing that I am responsible for my own happiness and that I can curate my life to reflect my personal taste and interest. Whether it's indulging in a hobby, treating myself to a nice meal, or simply enjoying the peace and quiet of my home, every moment is a testament to my independence. I can choose to spend my evenings curled up with a good book, binge watching a favorite show, or pursuing creative projects without interruptions. Each day feels like a new opportunity to explore and enjoy life on my terms, free from the chaos that often accompanies shared living situations. Of course, I understand that living alone can come with its own set of challenges. There are moments of loneliness and times when I wish I had someone to share experiences with. However, these feelings are fleeting, and they don't overshadow the overall joy I feel in my day-to-day life. I am grateful for the ability to focus on myself and grow as an individual without the distractions or responsibilities that come with living with others. The freedom to make choices that align with my desires is a source of immense happiness. In contrast to Danielle's situation, where financial worries loom large and relationships have soured, my life is characterized by a sense of fulfillment and contentment. I can take pleasure in the little things, a warm cup of coffee in the morning, a good book, or a quiet evening spent watching my favorite shows. Each day feels like a chance to embrace life's simple pleasures and cultivate a sense of joy. The ability to enjoy my own company has enriched my life in ways I never expected. In reflecting on both Danielle's plight and my own, it becomes clear that life can take many different paths. While Danielle is ensnared in a web of debt and betrayal, I am reveling in the freedom of solitude. The contrast between our experiences highlights the unpredictable nature of life and the different outcomes that can result from the choices we make and the circumstances we find ourselves in. It's a reminder that life's journey is rarely straightforward, and the paths we choose can lead us to vastly different destinations. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Ria, I have something important to discuss with you. What is it? It's important. What time are you coming home tonight? I'm out now, so I don't think I'll be home until very late. Can we speak tomorrow? Where are you and what are you doing? I'd like you to come home as soon as possible so that we can talk. It's really important that we talk tonight. But I told you I'm out. Can't this wait? Or better yet, can you speak to Kevin about it? By the way, are you at the house right now? I am. I'll be waiting for you at my parents' house. I want you to come home as soon as possible. Where's Kevin today? He's still at work and hasn't come home yet. Where are you now? Do I have to tell you that? I don't think that's something that I need to share with you. Where you go is not my business, but if it's not that important, I'd like you to prioritize family today. I'd like you to come home right away. What's going on? If it's so urgent, can't you just tell me now? Fine, I'll ask you over chat. What did you do with my father's bank book? Huh? What bank book are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, right? The fact that you're lying about it means that you're guilty. I was shocked to find out what you did, and used all of his money without asking for permission. I have no idea what you're talking about. You're being ludicrous. Can you ask Kevin about it? Don't involve Kevin. We know that you did it on your own. If you're not going to confess, we could just report it to the police. Is that a threat? Why are you making such a big deal about a lost bank book? Your father has gone senile and he probably lost his bank book. I'm sure of it. I'm sure he's not even looking for it. My father is not senile and he also suspects that you took his bank book from him. You don't know that he's senile because you don't live with him. He's very forgetful these days. The issue is not whether my father is forgetful or not. We found the missing bank book in your room. What? Well, if you found it, what's the problem? The room also belongs to Kevin. I'm not the only one that uses that room. How could you go into our room without permission? That's an invasion of privacy. You're the one committing a crime here, not me. You don't seem to get it. My father called me to say that his bank book was missing, and then I spoke to Kevin about it. So you already spoke to Kevin then? If you already got in touch with him, why get in touch with me too? Kevin gave me permission to go into your room. Well, I certainly didn't give you permission to go through my stuff. And I found the missing bank book in one of the drawers. You took the bank book that had the most money in it. And I saw that you had taken all the money out. What did you do with the money? Why are you asking me? I don't know. I'm sure that your father used the money for something and forgot about it. Either way, this has nothing to do with me. I see. If that's how you're going to play it. My father is clearly in distress because of what you did to him. You used up all the money that he had saved for his post-retirement. How many times do I have to tell you? It wasn't me. Don't blame me. You don't have any proof. You need to calm down. I think you're the one that needs to calm down. The way you write your chats isn't a style that is used by most people in their 30s. You need to grow up a little. My friends tell me that I sound young for my age. I'm sure that they're complimenting me. I don't think they're complimenting you. You committed a crime. Even if you're married to my brother, it's a crime if you take a family member's money without their consent. Why do you think I did it? It wasn't me. Who else could it be? This is serious. You committed a crime. I went to the bank with my father. They told us that a woman had come into the bank several times with my father's bank seal and taken out money from the account. They showed me that person's signature and it was your name on the papers. Oh, so you know then. I didn't think the bank would show the signed papers to anyone. Don't they know what client confidentiality means? Well, the account belongs to my father, so I think he has every right to know who took money from his account. What did you use the money for? Why do I need to tell you that? Your father lives on his own, and it's not like he needed the money for anything. He doesn't have to provide for your mother anymore, and Kevin pays some money to your father as rent. So he won't miss any of the money that I spent. It's not like he can take the money with him when he dies. I was just helping him to make good use of his money. You're not making any sense to me. What I mean is there's no point in having all this money if you're not going to use it. Your father should be thanking me for using his money. I really don't understand your logic. It makes no sense to me. You committed a serious crime and I'm going to report it to the police. But this is a family matter. Why do you need to bring the police into this? I live under the same roof as your father, so his things are mine and my things are his. It's okay to share because we're family. The police won't take this seriously. Considering the amount that you stole, this is a big deal. I think that it makes sense to involve the police because my father never agreed to give you his money. I've already spoken to Kevin about this. Well, I'm sure that Kevin can pay back your father from his salary. It's not a big deal. I don't work, so I can't pay back the money even if I wanted to. Is this a joke to you? Do you think that this is funny? Like I said earlier, I only spent the money because your father had no use for it. I did him a favor. I'm sure that if your father understands where I'm coming from, he'd want to thank me. So you have no remorse for what you did. You stole money and you have the nerve to say that you did something good? You're unbelievable, you know that? You're not listening to me. I've been listening, but you're not making any sense. And my father tells me that you're always out and never at the house. If you don't work, what do you do all day? That's not something that I need to share with you. You don't help with the chores at all, so my father's been taking care of the house on his own. You don't even cook for my father or Kevin. They eat takeout every night. Do you even care about their health? Do I have to prepare the meals by myself? I buy their dinner and leave it on the table so they can eat it when they like. What's the problem here? I had no idea that you and your father were saying mean things about me behind my back. I'm very hurt. I know that you're at the casino right now. What? I know that you have a gambling addiction. Kevin told me about it, and he also told me that you promised that you'd stop gambling when you guys got engaged. Kevin believes that you've been keeping your promise to him, but if he knew that you were at the casino right now, what would he think of you? What casino are you at? Fine, I won't deny it. I'm at the casino. I didn't win any money today, so I'm taking a break and chatting with you. You're delusional. Kevin is also crazy for falling in love with you. You were his first serious girlfriend, so he didn't know any better. Kevin loves me for who I am. Kevin has agreed to take this matter to the police. I'm sure that Kevin will talk to you after he gets off work, but he wants to divorce you. So you should be prepared for that. Huh? A divorce? Kevin would never leave me. He loves me too much. I don't think that Kevin feels the same way. What? Kevin did love you very much, but when he found out that you stole his father's money, he was shocked to see the least. And if he finds out that you're still gambling, basically he married a liar. So you used our father's hard-earned money on gambling. It's unforgivable. Look, I haven't spoken to Kevin yet, and you're putting words in his mouth. I'm going to clear the air with Kevin when I see him later. You can say what you want, but I won't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. Right back at you. Yeah, whatever. You can make up all the excuses that you want, but I won't believe a word that you say to me. The only thing I ask is that you return the money that you stole and that you move out of the house. I never want to see your face again. I live there. You can't kick me out of my own house. We can't let you back into the house. You might steal something. I'm going to stay with my father and Kevin tonight, so if you want to try to come home, I won't let you in. Why don't you sleep outside, you ungrateful bitch? Rhea came home from the casino, but her sister-in-law Ariel wouldn't let her into the house. She was taken to the police station after Ariel called the police on her. Kevin apologized to his father for what his wife had done. After a family discussion, Kevin decided to divorce Rhea and report the stealing of his father's money to the police. Rhea didn't have a place to live, a job, or any savings, so she was desperate to get Kevin to forgive her and take her back. But Kevin no longer wanted anything to do with her and shut her out completely. It seems that a difficult future lies ahead for Rhea.
I don't need some fake father like you coming to my wedding. So can you go ahead and stay home? Well, that's only if you were planning on coming in the first place.
What are you talking about, Ray? What do you mean by me being a fake father?
I'm talking about you not being my real father. Have you really started to think that you're actually my real father of all things? I have never thought of you as my father, and I never ever will.
But I have been raising you like a father for the past 20 years now. So I assume that made me pretty close to the real deal for you. Why are you speaking about how I'm not your father now of all times? I know that for the past few months, things between you and I have been a little cold. But I just assumed that was due to you being busy with your wedding preparations. Did something happen to you that made you stop thinking of me as your father?
I just came around to realizing that you aren't my real father after all, and that it's dumb of me to continue having you around me like you are my father. Nobody wants someone who's fake to them to be around them for the rest of their life, right?
Why do you keep calling me a fake like that, though? I understand that you're not related to me by blood or anything, but I have been married to your mother for 20 years now, and have made sure to spend a lot of time raising you as my own. And your wedding coming up has gotten me very excited for you, and I wanted to be there to celebrate it. But now you're telling me that you don't want me there at all?
That is so disgusting of you to say.
Huh? Disgusting of me to say? Is that really something you should be saying to one of your parents?
And I thought I just told you that I don't think of you as my father anymore, and I will never think of you that way again. I'm Mom's baby, but I know for a fact that I am not yours. I'm thinking that with this wedding, I'm going to cut ties to you for good.
Now you're planning on cutting ties to me too? I have been with your mother forever now. So does this mean you'll be cutting ties to her as well then? Do you not feel that you're taking things way overboard right now?
I don't plan on cutting ties to Mom, though. I'll just make sure that when you're around her, I stay away and come back to visit her another time. That's how badly I'm wanting to cut ties to you, all right?
I never thought that you'd ever be wanting something like that, Ray. What did I ever do that led you to think of me, your father, this way?
It's not that you did anything in particular to me. Rather, I just realized that you really are nothing more than a stranger to me. When you got married, you just assumed that you became a part of my family? Well, what I'm saying here is that that's not the case at all, and that you're not my family.
You don't have to say anything like that to me. I get that I'm not related to you by blood, and that I married your mom after you were already around. But that never stopped me from wanting to raise you like you were my own daughter. I had assumed you had always saw things the same way. I plan on being around for your wedding, alright? Even if it's just me, just showing my face for a brief second. I'd like to say a few words to you as well then.
Did something end up happening between you and Ray? I was just told by her that while you're around me, she has no plans of coming back home to see me. Don't you find that a little strange of her to be saying?
I was just texting with her a second ago. She told me not to come to her wedding.
What? What is going on now?
I'm not really sure what's gotten into her this time, but it seems she has some reasoning behind it. These past few months, she's seemed pretty cold towards me, and I'm starting to think there really is something about me she doesn't like.
But for so long now, you and her have been really close to one another, right? Yet now she's calling you a fake father to her, like she's never been around you before? I really am wondering what happened to her that's led her to think that way about you.
I'm not sure myself yet, but she's still young, and that's the way things are with young people sometimes. Maybe this is due to her becoming an adult now, and all the stress that surrounds her.
Maybe so. But I'm really hoping that there's something more solid as her reasoning. Wait. Oh, there is something I might have forgotten to mention, which could be what's wrong with her.
What did you never mention to me?
Oh, this has to do with my ex-husband, of all people.
What? Your ex-husband? Did something happen between him and Ray?
There is no seat prepared for you at this wedding, so go home already.
You have been saying that to me non-stop now. But are you really sure you want that from me? I have been the man watching over you like you've been my daughter for the past 20 years. I should be closer to you than your actual father.
And so what? I figured out that having a blood relationship is far more important to me than having been around someone for 20 years.
So you really are being serious about all this. Your mother brought you along when we married. But I gave my all, making sure to raise you the best I could. It's a shame that things had to change between you and I so quickly, and just before your wedding.
Shut up already. I don't want to listen to you going on and on anymore. I am not going to listen to whatever you say, and my feelings about all of this will never change. I've invited my real father to be here with me today, so get the hell out of here, you fake!
Your real father? Did you really invite your real father to your own wedding? When were you able to get in touch with him? Did you ever even talk with your mother before doing something like that? Do you have any idea what you've just done?
I don't have to listen to you go on about how what I'm doing is wrong. He is my actual dad, so you can just shut your mouth and go away. And remember that today is the day where I'm cutting ties to you for good. I have the real deal around me now, so there's no point in having some fake father buzzing in my ear still like a bug.
You've already gone ahead and asked me to leave your wedding, and told me that you're cutting ties to me. But do you have any idea what all of that will mean for you in the coming days? I'm sure you don't, do you? You're going to regret what all you've done here today.
Why would I ever regret cutting ties to a fake like you? I am 100% confident I'm doing the right thing right now, and there will be nothing that can stop me. I am finally going to be able to meet my real dad in person today. So, go away. If you don't, I'm going to have to ask my real dad to deal with you in person. You wouldn't want that for yourself, right? He happens to love me a lot as well, and I don't want him having to see you around me trying to act like you mean anything to me.
So that's how far you're wanting to take this.
I get that you did your best to get close to me while I've been a child, but this is going to be it between us, all right? A fake father who has no blood relation to me is to leave my wedding at once. If you don't leave this place before my dad gets here, then I'm going to call the police and have them take you away. Is that what you want me to do?
All right. I'll go home.
And make sure that you never talk or come near me again, okay?
I can do that for you. That's what you want me to do after all, right? So I'll go ahead and do that and leave your life for good. But remember, once you start to regret the decisions you've made here today, don't bother coming back crying to me. I am not going to listen to you beg for my help, and I sure won't bother with you again.
Huh? Who the hell do you think wants your help? You're just a fake. Good job trying to be my father for the past 20 years, but your time is up, and it's time for me to have the real deal in my life now. You're nothing to me now, you stupid man.
Well, if that's how you're going to say your goodbye, then there's nothing left for me to say. Then this is really it between us. I'll make sure we never have any ties to one another again. Goodbye forever, Ray. And thank you for all of the good memories. Congratulations on your wedding, and I hope you have a wonderful life with your husband. What is it? This is your third time calling me now, right? I'm not answering you again, alright? I'm going to drive home now, so don't expect to hear anything from me ever again.
Please, hurry up and come back to my wedding.
Huh? You want me to come back to the wedding now? Even though half an hour ago you were going off on me about how I'm nothing to you anymore. I'm not some toy for you to play with, Ray. Don't you dare think that you can just do and say whatever you want to me.
That is not the problem we should be focused on right now. Things have gone downhill for me very fast here.
But shouldn't you be celebrating your wedding right now? Nothing should have gone down that quickly for you, when today is supposed to be one of the most important days ever for you and your fiancé. What happened?
Today has been the first time I've ever been able to meet my real dad in person, but I found out he is crazy.
He's crazy?
I found out that for the past 20 years, he's been a part of this crazy gang. I never thought that my actual dad would turn out to be a man like this. What the hell am I going to do about him? I was never told that he was a part of a drug gang. He told me that the only reason he was never able to come and meet me is because for the past 20 years, he's been in prison serving time. What should I do here? He's here with members of his gang.
Well, you say that like you never meant to invite him and his gang today. Why are you so upset about how things turned out for you now?
Wait, did you know that he's been a part of a gang this whole time?
Of course I've known about him. And your mom has known about him as well. All the crap he's done while in that gang. Him being in that gang and having gone to prison is the reason your mom never talked about him with you. Ever. But you've really done it this time. Finding out about the real person that he is on the day of your wedding.
Mom never knew that I had been talking with him for the past few months. And when he came to the wedding hall, she panicked and ran off.
Well, I don't blame her for doing that. She probably never expected that her own daughter of all people would be the one to have a real father come to her wedding. Then he's a known criminal and part of a drug gang that's known for killing people. He also happens to be someone she doesn't want to be around whatsoever, so it's fair to her to have run like that. I've been thinking about how something bad might go down at your wedding. So I've been waiting for a little bit now to call the police and have them go to your wedding.
The police? You've been thinking things could get that badly out of hand this whole time now?
Well, of course I have been. That man that you call your real father happens to be crazy. He has been in prison for 2 decades now, right? Do you have any idea what the reason for him serving that much time might be? I'm sure you can imagine some reasons for it.
What? There's no way, right?
It's not something that I can really say to you myself. So just think of what he's done, and it's probably true.
The groom's guests are all freaking out right now because of him. If my dad doesn't leave really soon here, then something really bad is going to happen to my wedding. I know now that you are my real father after all, so can you please come back here right now and do something about that freak?
Do you have any idea what you're saying to me right now?
You can go ahead and forget everything I was saying about you before, all right? You and I have been family for the past 20 years now, so you still have huge feelings for me as your daughter, right?
I did have massive feelings for you as my daughter. And that's why I had raised you like my own for so long. But who was it that just stomped all over those feelings I had into a pulp? And then told me they wanted to cut ties forever? To me, you and I are nothing to one another anymore. So I'm going to give you a hard no on that stupid request to go back there.
What? No. What do you mean, no?
I am not going to go back to that wedding of yours. And since I'm no longer your father anymore, I can't lie to you about any of this.
Right now, the wedding is being put on hold until I go out there and talk with my real dad about what's going on here. I'm being told that the groom's family is wanting this wedding canceled and that they are all starting to leave now. What am I going to do about all of this? I'm trying to hide in the women's bathroom right now so that my real dad can't get me, but he's waiting out there for me because he really wants to talk. If nothing is done about all of this, then the wedding really is going to be canceled. Dad, please come here and help me fix this.
Do not stop calling me dad now, just because the tables have turned on you so quickly. Go ask your real father to help you out. I'm sure he's open to doing that for you. I'm just a fake is all, and I was already told by you that you never want me coming around you ever again.
But at the time, I never knew my real dad was part of some drug gang. He just started to text me one day saying he was my real dad and that he wanted to be a part of my life again. He never said anything to me about some gang or his time in prison, so none of this can be blamed on me now, right? I never knew anything about the man he really is then. I was just tempted into wanting him to be my father because he said he was the real deal.
No, this is all your fault actually. You were the one that decided to keep talking to him for so long, and thought it would be a good idea inviting him to the wedding without ever telling your mom first. All you had to do was ask your mom who your real father really was, and none of this would have ever happened to you. I'm sorry, but you're not going to get out of this by trying to push that blame off onto someone else.
I just thought the reason my mom never told me anything about my real dad for the past 20 years was all a part of her plans to make me think of you as my real father. And that's why I went ahead and wanted you to leave me alone and for my real dad to come back for me. None of what's happening to me right now was supposed to happen. Do something about him. If anything, this was all your fault to begin with.
Did I not just tell you to not push your blame onto someone else like that? Why do you think you have any right blaming me for what you've gone and done there? I'm sorry, Ray, but I have nothing to do with you now. I was trying to warn you not to push me away like you did, but you chose to never listen to me. And now you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and you're trying to come crying back to me over it? You really are such a brainless little baby.
Brainless baby? Do you really think calling me that right now is going to help anything for me?
I wanted to help you out by steering you away from this path, but it's too late for you now. I don't even want to talk with you about any of your problems anymore, Ray.
What do you mean? You cannot be that rude to me now, all right?
I'm just being honest about how I'm feeling now.
Why is that how you really feel about me now, though? You have to help me. You have to listen to me, and there is no reason why you should be thinking otherwise. You have been the one to raise me for the past 20 years now, so shouldn't you be wanting to help me?
And a little bit ago, you said what to me? That you wanted to cut ties to me forever?
Those were just words at the time. You shouldn't be taking what I said before to you that seriously, all right?
But I've already told you how I feel now, right? That you have your real father back now, so I'm no longer going to be responsible for you anymore. I think that after today, your mom and I are going to stop bothering with you anymore. And let your real dad spend some time with you for a change. You were the one saying you wanted that reality as well, right?
That's not what I was meaning by any of what I said before, so I'm sorry. Now come and help me already.
Not going to happen now. I'm sure you're pissed with yourself now for making such a stupid decision, right?
Don't say things like that about me. Please, Dad, wait. I know what I did recently was wrong. The only reason I've been so cold towards you recently is because I've been talking to my real dad. And, well, he's made me think it was all because of you that I was never able to go be with him any for the past 20 years.
He can say things like that to you all he wants. But him and Bailey both divorced before I even started to go out with her. And when I started to learn about you, you were less than a year old.
I'm sure I never spent any time with him, but he was the one that made you look as though you stole me from him. So forgive me for that, please. I'm sorry for saying so many terrible things to you before. I want you to be my dad and nobody else now.
I don't care about being your father anymore. No matter how many times you want me to be him. I'm nothing to you anymore, besides some stranger that's married to your mom. Now you and your drug-taking, people-killing gang of all father have a great time together. I'm not sure what'll happen to you after today, though, with him. But your mom and I aren't going to have any part of it. Isn't it wonderful that you were finally able to meet your real father? Have a great time with him. Well, I'm sure that won't be the case for you, though.
In the end, the wedding between Ray and her fiancé was canceled, and her fiancé ended up breaking things off with her and running away. Then, soon after that, Ray's parents both moved out of town, never telling her where they went to next. So she was left with nobody else but her real father. Her real father then chose to force himself back into her home in order to start living together with her. And he's been using the house as his little hideout, while he starts getting back into his life of organized crime. He's even started having a lot of the other gang members coming over and staying at her place, so you could say she herself has become a part of them. She's even begun to regret all the choices she's made by letting her real father into her life. And any time she tries to call or text Jacob and Bailey, she is met with them both ignoring her. But I like to think that it's too late for her to have such regrets about the things she's done now, and should start moving on with her life. Had she just used that head that's on her shoulders to think things through a bit more carefully before acting, then maybe things would be a whole lot different than how they played out. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story. I hear that your fiancé wants to get married to me now? Sorry that you had to get caught up between all of our love. But now you can see that you have no place by his side anymore and that it is reserved only for me, right? You really are the worst. This is all it's just unbelievable. Tomorrow we had plans to have our wedding with all our family and friends invited to it. Why would you do something like this? Don't you feel sorry for me, your longtime friend? No, I don't. And I was only able to do this because Alan no longer wants to get married to you anymore. I heard that he really thought of you as a good girlfriend this whole time and all, but wanted someone else to be his wife. Something about how you're not interesting enough to keep around forever. That's why in the end he's going to be with me over you, and I will become the one who shares his last name. This kind of timing, though. You guys had to have done more with one another before today, right? He and I did so much together, all in order to get this wedding put together. Why would he do that if he knew he never wanted to marry me? I'm sure he just chose this kind of timing in order to make it clear to you that he doesn't want you anymore. This was all his plan, after all. He told me he dreamed of doing something like this one day. What the heck? By the way, what part have you been playing in all of this? Are you saying that you just let me think that he was going to marry me when you knew something else was going on? I thought you were my friend this whole time. What? You're asking me what part I've been playing? Oh, don't make me laugh. I was having a blast watching you fall deeply in love with Alan without ever knowing his true intentions. I have been looking forward to this day for a while now. So this whole time that I've been dating Alan, working with Alan, making plans with Alan, you've stood by my side laughing at me behind my back? Yeah, that's absolutely right. You went and helped out Alan's job a lot, and because of that, he's now on track to making it big in this world. He has all kinds of accomplishments now, and soon he'll have all kinds of money flowing in for me to use. And when that company comes from his papa later on, oh boy, will I be able to do whatever the hell I want. Thank you so much for working your butt off like that in order to make our lives better. Now I'll finally be able to take my place as his wife and live freely with all his money. No frickin' way. Hey, tell me something. On those days that Alan was coming home late from work and would have to go on those short business trips, was he with you during those days? Were you both going out on dates and such and sleeping together? We sure are. You are 100% correct, actually. In order to meet with me, he'd set aside some time by lying to you about being at work still or having to leave town for a bit. And while he was out having fun with me in a physical way, you'd still be working your butt off in order to push him ahead. You know, I said thank you to him for tricking you into doing all of that for us while he was still on me. You're such a sad soul. I see. So I've been getting played by the both of you this whole time then. Oh, don't worry about it, okay? You still have a place to sleep today and tomorrow, all right? For both days, in order to have a place to stay, we got you a VIP suite in this hotel. Consider that the very least we could do in order to say thanks to you. We got this massive room together for you where you can relax and think about what you'll do next with yourself. So please, go and forget all these terrible memories from today and have as much fun as a single loser like yourself can have there. What the actual heck? You're just talking about the room that he and I had planned on staying in after our wedding tomorrow. It's the same room I'm going to be heading to right now. Bingo! And now you can stay there all by yourself. He and I will be getting a different place to stay now, so you won't have to worry about us. Oh, and if you feel like it's too big for you to enjoy on your own, there's a bar downstairs where I'm sure you can pick up a desperate man. You are such a jerk, Mila.
Now that you've heard everything from her, I can say that I am making Mila my wife now. You can go ahead and forget about me now and go find a happy life of your own.
Alan, after all you'd done with me, this is the way you wanted to end things? By taking the hand of my best friend behind my back?
There was no other choice, all right? Mila happens to be both sexy and cute. When she came to me flirting, there was no way a man like myself could turn her away. You're pretty good looking yourself, but I mean, you have no personality at all, and that sucks.
What? What do you mean by that?
Perhaps I should be saying you're too good of a kid. You do all your chores perfectly, and all of your cooking is the best. In bed, you're very quiet and reserved, but to a man, that is just boring. After being with you for a bit, I got tired of the same old from you. Understand?
So that's how you've always thought of me? But if that was the case, then why didn't you leave me sooner? Why would you choose now to show me your true feelings?
She was asking me to make this breakup leave lasting memories for you. So when you think about it that way, this was the best timing to leave you with some wild memories, right? That's why this worked out perfectly for both her and I. And when it comes to her, we've already met one another's family and are totally ready to get married. I know I made up some lies in order to not meet with your family at all, and this is the reason why. So, there you go.
No way, Alan. How could you do something so...
Thinking of something like this is just like her, right? And now that you're aware of things, go ahead and enjoy that VIP suite all by yourself. Tomorrow, her and I will be taking over the wedding plans and having one of our own. Let's all have a freaking blast then!
For some reason, you were completely screwed in the head, Alan. I overlooked that, I guess. But now it doesn't matter to me anymore. I'm going to do as I please, just like you've asked me to. This dress that I have on for the wedding today looks so freaking good on my slim-waisted body. Originally, you would be the one wearing this dress today, right? Sorry for stealing your husband, who just so happens to be the son of a CEO, away from you the day before your wedding. His papa's going to be paying $300,000 for this wedding, so even a loser like you should come here and see it. I want you to see what an all-natural and sexy woman looks like in this dress. Oh, so you haven't had a look at the news yet? What? What was on the news? Does anything that was on there have to do with what I'm talking about now? Oh, well, if you don't think anything on the news has to do with your wedding today, then so be it. Please, go ahead with that affluent wedding you've put together today. Huh? What's going on here? Are you going to be a sore loser about this now? Please, come out to the wedding today so you can view what a real woman looks like in this wedding dress. I've really enjoyed staying in this VIP suite you guys prepared for me and had a wonderful breakfast while thinking some things over. But I don't think I'm going to stay another night here, so I'm heading home. Once I have everything together, I'll give you a shout. What? So you're not coming to the wedding then? I know you're playing tough right now, but I can tell how much you've been crying. You poor thing. I'll make sure to send you the pictures from today's wedding later, especially those of my perfect body in this little tight dress. Please look forward to them, okay? Sure, I will. I'm really looking forward to hearing your sob story later on as well when the time comes. Did you know about all of this? What the hell is going on here? Answer your phone right now. Things aren't as bad as you probably think they are right now, so calm down. I don't have the ability to see the future myself, but I know that things aren't going to end with you dying or anything like that soon. And as for the company, I'm not really sure what's going to be happening with it now, after, you know. And you couldn't have expected me to know that the CEO was both embezzling and evading his taxes that whole time, right? That's the thing, though. You had to have known. What the hell is going to happen now because of that? I finally took a look at the news. Like you said, there's been this massive scandal that just got uncovered at the company? Right. I was just as shocked as you are now when I saw that. When I was having breakfast this morning in the room, I saw that story come on the news and I lost my appetite. All I could think about was how this would play a major problem in your guys' marriage. Does this mean that $300,000 wedding you're supposed to have now just vanished? You're lying, right? We already had the wedding and are now preparing for the after party. I started to call Alan's papa about this to see what was going on, but he never answered me and his voicemail box is full. And right now, as I'm texting you, I can hear people murmuring about how something bad has happened. I'm so sorry for what you've been dragged into. Really sucks, doesn't it? You finally got your chance to marry the son of a very wealthy CEO, yet that company is close to falling apart, so there wasn't really any meaning to marrying him after all. But you're his wife now, right? Which means as his wife, you're going to have to be there to support both him and his parents. Good luck to the both of you as a newlywed couple. There is no way this can be happening. You knew all about this before today. Like I was saying, I can't see into the future. Therefore, I had no idea this was going to be happening today. How would I have known? You were the ones who wanted to get married, right? I was never a part of the plan in Alan's world, so it's up to you now to try and survive. Good luck!
Sarah, have you been doing all right? I just wanted to say, this has to do with what's been happening to us here. You know what I'm talking about, right? Right now I'm mentally destroyed by what's happened. To think that my father would be someone who'd do that.
Are you just wanting to text me now to talk about how you're feeling? I don't care about you at all, so...
Don't say something as heartless as that, Sarah. I've been thinking about you a lot now. I think that I need to get back together with you now. I want to get back together with you. I can finally see that I've needed you by my side this whole time.
Congratulations on that realization. But I realized I never needed someone like you by mine, so could you stop talking to me for the rest of time now? I don't like the fact that you're only coming back to me now after realizing your situation has gone crappy.
Don't say things like that. You had always been there to help me out, right?
And that was because back then I really believed that you had loved me and wanted to spend the rest of your life with me. But you ended up choosing Mila over me, right? Which means I no longer want anything to do with you now.
Stop holding that kind of a grudge against me. I'm telling you now that you're the one for me and always have been, right? Shouldn't you want to just come back and be at my side again? I honestly still do love you and want to make you my wife.
I really freaking hate idiots like you who think they can just change how they feel about people on the dot. I already found you a dang disgrace by going out with one of my best friends behind my back, but now this crap? Cut it out thinking that you mean anything to me right now at all.
It couldn't be helped though, right? She's such a sexy woman that it was hard to look away from her. It's not my fault that you're not very fun to be with, so how about you take some of the blame for it?
If that's how you thought of me, then you should have left me when you found her and never bothered with me again, right? Why did you think it was okay to cheat on me with her and get away with it?
Because you were always there to help out with my job in all kinds of ways. I would never have to say anything because you'd always have food ready for me right when I felt hungry, and you'd always have the bath ready for me when I came home. But when I had to start living with her, I realized that not all women can do the things you could. She's useless.
Well, that's how that girl always seemed to me. She hates doing things like chores and would always tell me about how she'd have others do them for her.
The only thing worthwhile about her is her looks and nothing else. She hasn't even tried coming around to help me with my work any.
I think most people don't want to help others with their work unless there is something in it for them.
Then why were you always helping me out with mine?
That's because as your lover, I wanted to see you succeed in life. I knew that you were already trying your best to achieve your goals and that you wanted to get to the top as fast as you could. That, Alan, made me want to help you and get you to live those dreams.
So you thought about my work and me that way? I'll do my best again, all right? I will never let you run away from me again. I'll put all my effort back into work and make it to the top like you wanted to see me do. So would you please come back to me?
I have no reason to accept that blood-covered invitation from you. I am over you now and will never be coming back. Also, the way you handled things was just screwed up. You went and came out about how you had been cheating on me with another woman, my friend, the day before our wedding. And you both sat there enjoying the pain that I was in, stating that it was all a part of her plan that you just went along with. I am not some weak woman who would want to go back to an abuser like you. What you did to me really opened my eyes to the kind of trash you both are. Being in that VIP suite helped me settle down and look forward towards my own future.
What the heck? Why won't you come back? You were so in love with me before and should be at my door right now.
That's because back then I trusted that you loved me as much as I loved you. But in reality, that couldn't have been farther from the truth. I never thought that the man I wanted to make my husband would be the kind of disgusting filth that puts his hands on his fiancé's friend behind her back and later tells her about it right before their big day.
I'm sorry. I'm apologizing for that now, so...
I don't need your empty apologies anymore. What I want is a settlement paid off by the both of you. You'll make sure to pay me every penny that I'm owed, right?
What? Wait, I can't pay you a settlement. Did you not hear about what happened from Mila? The wedding cost close to $300,000, and my father's company is going to collapse now after the news. If we both have to pay you a settlement after both of those things...
I didn't hear about any of that from her, but that's what I assumed was going to happen. But those two things have nothing to do with me and the settlements I'm asking for. I want you both to pay me for the damages you've caused. That's all I ask. And if it takes time for you to do so, then so be it.
You can't do that to us. Hold on a second. This is the whole reason why I want you to come back to me now. So please, don't talk about some settlement.
I have no plans of ever going back to you again. Now that you're 110% aware of that, or at least should be, don't ever come wanting to talk to me again. I'm getting myself a lawyer, and you'll have to talk with them before speaking to me. So when you have more you'd like to say, tell them and they'll relay that message to me. Please and thank you. Lila, what did you think you were doing, coming at me like that? You said you wanted to come and apologize to me in person for what you'd done. But when I came to see you, you made an attempt at pushing me down those stairs, yet ended up falling down them yourself instead. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't have any words left to say to you now after almost being harmed by you. Shut the hell up. Why did you come out unharmed? Why did this have to happen to me? You've always been horrible at things like sports, so that attempt you made on me was sad to watch. Don't you remember how I was always playing sports back in the day and have been very good at all of them? When you came at me trying to trip and send me down those stairs, all I had to do was step aside from your lethargic movements and watch you tumble. I didn't think it would happen so quickly, though. Must have been those huge-ass heels you were in that caused you to trip. And don't you feel bad for me now after that happened? I had to sit by and watch as the company Alan should be taking over soon falls apart. And as his papa, who has all that money, gets taken to court case after court case paying off all those fines he received. And we've been told to pay off that whole $300,000 wedding by ourselves. We're already having to go through all of this torture, yet you're coming in now asking us to pay you some settlements? Who the hell do you think you are? I have the right to those settlements. Think about what you and Alan did to me. You both were having an affair behind my back, and the day before our wedding, you guys came out about the fact that you were stealing him from me, right? You then started talking crap about me, thinking you'd won, and even took that rental dress I had and wore it in the wedding. I like to think the reason you're going through hell right now is because of that god-awful behavior of yours. Yet now you're crying about the fact that I'm asking for settlement money from the both of you, and were willing to try and kill me at those stairs because of it? If anything, I should be the one pushing you down a flight of stairs for having stolen your best friend's fiancé. I had no other choice, all right? He was the one that chose me. He just chose to have me and toss you aside is all. Not my fault that you weren't good enough to keep him around. By the way, you are aware, right? Alan realized that he should have me by his side and has been begging me to come back to him, right? What? What do you mean by that? Oh, so then you haven't been aware of this then. I feel so bad for you now, but this has been the kind of man Alan's always been. I'm sure you'll be in a lot more trouble, though, because of him, since you both only just got married to one another. Wait a sec. What are you talking about? Are you being serious right now? Well, of course I'm being serious about this. I wouldn't be lying to you about him now when neither of you mean anything to me besides your money. That asshole! Is he really stabbing me in the back now? I mean, that's the kind of man you were wanting him to be, right? He did just what you wanted and completely threw his fiancée away just to have himself a new woman that he could marry. And the fruits of that labor are this. All he really is a man with a bit of family money and a company he was supposed to be getting. He knew that himself, so when a woman better looking than me came along that flirted with him, he had no control over his feelings that told him to jump to you. And that made him forget just how ugly he really is and why this all hurts much more for him now. No way. So then, he was never into me because he really loved me? He's the kind of spineless man that gets all worked up over any woman that shows him some attention. And when he noticed that you had such a good face and body, he saw himself as lucky. But when it comes to something like marriage, you both are definitely not meant for one another, because he is just as selfish as you are. What? What are you trying to say here? He likes someone who will flirt and praise him all the time, cook for him all the time, do the chores for him all the time, and do his work for him all the time. He wants someone that will do all of those things for him while looking good. But with you being just as selfish as him, that was never going to work out. Even I could never be selfless enough to work with him, though, when married, and I've now learned that. The only reason I was able to do everything for him while dating is because I loved him. However, you don't have the same strength that I do. I can't do things like housework for him, and I don't want him bringing things like work home with him. Normally, he's not that great of an employee, but when he had me around, I was able to get him to focus on his work and succeed. But how are things now with him now that I'm gone? He's not doing so well at that company anymore, right? That's right. So everything he'd achieved was all because of you? In other words, the man that I fell in love with was the man you had made? And when you vanished from underneath him, the man I loved became no more. Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm sure your attempt on my life was you trying to threaten me into not asking for a settlement from you guys, but now it's only going to muddy your path even further. There were witnesses to what you did, and you can be labeled as a criminal now. Which means I'm definitely not going to take back any settlements. I have the police on the way right now, so be ready for that fun mess. Wait! Don't tell me you've actually called the police on me. That would be insane of you to do that to your friend. It was just a small threat is all. Hey, can we please talk about this in person one more time? You're not going to get me to stop asking for this settlement from you, Mila. And when I came to talk with you about it today, you tried to push me down those stairs, right? Now there is no chance of me forgiving either one of you for what you've done. I'm going to send you both down to the gates of hell, where you can sit and wait for whatever horrible fate awaits you. From there, I made sure to have the police come and get Mila, and from there, she was taken away in an ambulance to the hospital for treatment. I talked with the police for a little bit and told them my story, along with the few witnesses that saw what happened, before going home to my parents' house to relax and forget about everything. On her way to the hospital, Mila called Alan while in the ambulance, handcuffed to the stretcher, asking him if it was true that he wanted me back and thought of her as useless, and when he told her the truth, she broke down in tears. She became so upset before getting to the hospital that she wouldn't stop thrashing around on her stretcher, and one of the EMTs had to give her a sedative to calm her down a bit. After being treated at the hospital for injuries ranging from a broken ankle to a couple of broken ribs, Mila was then taken into custody by the police and taken to the police station for questioning. There they learned of her true intentions for trying to push me down those stairs and would have her stay in the county jail overnight as she couldn't really do much with the pain she was in anyway. The next day she was charged with attempted murder and assault and would be sentenced to 5 years in prison, as well as 5 more years of parole. When it comes to what happened with Alan, he came to me on his hands and knees, begging for me to go back to him. He also came with the money I had asked for in the settlement and paid it off right then and there. He then went and brought up the fact that his wife was no longer around anymore, having been taken away, and needed someone to come home with him and care for his needs. But of course I wasn't going to ever be doing that, and I told him I was cutting ties, and that he should never come looking for me again unless he wanted to end up like Mila. He would continue to bug me for a few more days over text, and when I had finally had enough enjoyment reading all of his sob stories, I blocked him and deleted his contact info. I want for the both of those bastards to learn what all they did wrong here, and have to regret everything they've done while living in suffering for the rest of their lives. Seriously, I do not care about what happens to either of those two, and will never be thinking about them again.
You useless good-for-nothing little parasite. Just how long are you going to be mooching of my family, huh? Don't you have any sense of shame at all of what you're doing, you stupid woman?
Molly, I do not know where any of this is coming from, but can you please not send me messages like this? I mean, I already have to deal with this enough from you at home. I don't need this kind of nonsense following me to work, where I am right now.
Oh, please, don't you talk to me about your work. You think you're so great just because you have a job? You don't even make that much. And on top of that, you always use it as an excuse to get out helping me, keeping the house clean. You're just utterly useless.
Oh, it's actually not an excuse. I have a full-time job and sometimes I have to help you keep the house clean and other times I do not. Would you rather I quit my job so that I can be around the house all the time to help you?
What is that supposed to be? Some kind of threat or something? I already told you that you can't try and lord your name a little job over me when you make such little money. When I was your age, I was working and keeping the house clean all by myself, and I never complained once about it. I just wish that you and Mike would finally get a divorce and save me from having to deal with such a terrible daughter-in-law yourself. I really have no idea what he sees in you or what he was thinking marrying you. Not only are you completely useless around the house, but you're also just fat and ugly, and I can't believe anyone would ever love you.
Well, I guess I'm sorry for being so far then, Molly, but I really don't think that you need to be saying any of this to me to get your point across. And just because you don't think that I'm doing enough doesn't mean that I'm doing plenty of things that you're just plain unaware of. So I really would appreciate it if you could just keep your rude comments to yourself and please stop treating me like this. I'm not asking you to praise me or say what a good job that you think I'm doing or anything like this. all that I am asking of you is that you keep all these mean comments and rude things to yourself and just let us get on with our lives.
Well, unfortunately for you, I have no intention of stopping any of what I'm saying. And why should I, when all I'm doing is telling the truth?
I really don't see why you have to insist on saying all this stuff, though. I mean, I am trying to be polite here and asking you to cut it out.
And just what makes you think that you're in a position to be telling me anything at all? Do you even know how much I dislike you? I have been at the limits of my patience ever since you and Mike got married, and I have pushed away beyond them for some time now. I will not be censored just by I'm hurting your feelings.
Molly! I really don't understand why you always have to try and take things so far. I am not trying to censor you or say what you are or are not allowed to say to me. I am just asking, for the good of the peace of the house, that you please stop doing this. I mean, I'm still not sure what I've done to you at all to deserve this.
You think that you can play all sweet and innocent just because my son and husband like you? But they don't know you like I do. They haven't seen the darkness inside. I know that you think you're better than all of us, and you're just laughing at my whole family behind our backs, aren't you?
I'm really doing nothing like that at all, and I'm really glad that your husband and I get along so well. If you're upset at me for trying to get along with my husband and father-in-law, then I really just don't know what to say to this. But I can tell you that I really do not appreciate the way that you're talking to me right now at all. If anyone is acting completely irrationally and being rude or putting people down, that it's you. Everyone else in this house gets along just fine.
And just what are you trying to say with that, huh? You think that I'm jealous of you or something like that? There's no way that I would be jealous of a fat, ugly, useless girl such as yourself. I'm not jealous of you or anything like that. I just really can't stand you one bit. Your smug face, your brown nose and attitude. How dare you try and cozy up to my family and leech off of our money when you're not even related to us? I can't stand a woman like you.
I know that we're not related by blood, but I am married to your son, and you are my mother-in-law. I don't really get why you are so upset with me living with you all when I work and contribute to everything. But instead, you just insist on insulting me and putting me down all of the time. It really doesn't make me feel good. Do you know that? But if you really think there's some problem with me or that I have some nefarious intentions with your family, then why come to me about it? Why not go and talk to your son or your husband and convince them instead? I think I know the reason, and I think it's because you know that you're the only one who feels like this.
You young women are all the same. You think you know so much better than the woman who came before you, just because you're young and pretty. Well, let me tell you something, young lady. One day you won't be so young. You're already not very pretty anyways. So you better just learn your place.
Okay, well, you keep saying that you're not jealous, but between how many times you're repeating how not jealous you are and that bit about youth, it's looking like jealousy to me. And I'm sorry, but I'm at work and I really don't have time to deal with someone's pretty little jealousy, so I think I'm going to go.
You really are just a horrible, disgusting, awful, useless little brat. Do you know that? I'm never ever going to let you get away with what you're doing to my family. Do you hear me?
That's fine, because I really don't think that I'm doing anything besides trying to be friends and a good member of the family.
I will make sure that you are run out of this house and that you never ever come back again. You're going to pay for what you've done. And I won't let you get away with this.
Molly, please calm down. You are just being ridiculous. I don't see what there is that is even worth getting so upset over. I really don't think that I'm doing anything to your family at all, and if you think I am, then you should go and talk to them about it. But quite frankly, I have no idea what you are talking about in the slightest. And all you are doing is being mean and saying scary things to me. So if this is all the conversation is going to be, then I think I'll just get back to doing my work.
You don't have to worry about coming home at all today, or ever again for that matter.
Hello, Molly. What on earth could you possibly be talking about today? I am sure that I'm going to regret even asking that.
As of this day, you and Mike are nothing to each other. I did what any good mother would do and stepped in to sign your divorce papers. Now they're ready mailed off to be processed, and nothing you can do is going to stop this.
Hold on a second. You submitted divorce papers for Mike and I? By yourself? Without asking either of us first?
That's right, and now that you two aren't married anymore, I'm well within my rights to chase you out of this house forever. Finally, I can get rid of this awful parasite that is leeching off my family for so long.
Wait a second. So you really actually did that? You really forged divorce papers and then submitted them to the court? And now you're telling me that your son and I are going to be officially divorced?
I'm glad you understand so that I don't have to break it down for you any further, but that's right. And now that you and my son are split up, there is no reason at all for a little blood-sucking vampire like you to hang around here anymore, so why don't you just go and leave us alone forever? I haven't been this happy since I can't remember when. I've been wanting to do this for so long.
So I take it that you did this not knowing that I was actually paying for everything in this house and for everyone inside it then, right? Although, I suppose if you did know that and you were so upset with me that you didn't care about that at all and just wanted me out of the house that badly, that I can almost kind of respect.
Wait, what? What do you mean you were supporting everyone in the house? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke or something? You think I'm really gonna fall for that? I knew from the very beginning that you never had anyone but your own interests. Don't you dare try and tell me that you were really doing everything for us. I know that you've always have been and always will be just a horrible, useless little leech, and that's why I broke you and Mike up.
Wow, so you really just have no idea what it is that you've just done to your family at all then? Do I understand that right? But okay, since you've already gone so far as to do this, I guess I'll just do as you say and go away. But don't say that I didn't try to warn you, Molly.
Oh, please. You do know that you're not fooling anyone with this little act of yours, don't you? I know that you were nothing but a burden to all of us, and that's why I got rid of you. I never liked you from the very beginning, and now I finally figured out a way to get rid of you once and for all.
Well, then thanks a lot for setting me free, I guess. I really do appreciate it.
You don't have to pretend so hard for me, Linda. I know that you're really destroyed inside. Don't act like you wanted this to happen. Now that it's already too late.
There is no pretending going on whatsoever, Molly. I really am happy that this happened and that you did it for me. You have no idea just how grateful I really am to be putting all of this behind me. I thought I was going to be stuck in this situation forever. Anyways, I'm going to the courthouse now.
What are you going to the courthouse for? Are you going to try and tell them that those divorce papers are fake? It won't matter. They'll have already been processed them by now. Your marriage is over and there isn't a single thing that you can do about it.
You think I'm going to the courthouse to try and cancel a divorce request? No way! This is finally my chance to get out of this horrible situation. There's no way that I would sabotage myself by doing something like that.
Your chance? What are you talking about? I was the one who kicked you out. You shouldn't be happy about this. You should be furious. You're left with nothing. No family, no home, no anything. Just where are you going to sleep tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess I'll have to go and find a new place then, won't I? Well, anyways, good luck with everything on your end.
Me? Good luck? No. You good luck. I don't need good luck. I have my family around me, but you have nothing. Don't you get that? What is wrong with you? Are you really that stupid that you don't get what I've done to you?
Oh, I get it just fine, thank you. And thanks again so much for doing this for me. I really can't stress that enough.
I just got a letter of eviction in the mail. The letter said that all three of us were supposed to move out of the house as soon as possible. Not only that, but the letter was addressed from you. Is this supposed to be some kind of prank or something?
Sorry, what are you talking about? I didn't really care to read through all of that. You got some mail or something?
Don't you pretend like you don't know what this is about. You're the one who sent the letter, and I want to know what the big idea is.
Right, yeah, I sent you the letter and now you have to vacate the house. Is there something that you're not understanding about that? I think if you read the letter, it is all laid out for you in plain English. I didn't think that it would be such a hard concept for you to grasp. It's my house, so I'm kicking all of you out and selling it. It really is that simple. Do you understand now?
This has to be some kind of sick joke, right? You can't be serious about that. You don't own this home. It's ours. You can't just say that you own it, send some letter, and expect us to do whatever you say.
Well, it might have started off as your home, but it certainly isn't your house anymore. You remember how I said I was going to the courthouse, right? Well, that's because I needed to fill out some forms and correct the name on the deed of the house.
Correct the name on the deed? What did you do? What are you talking about?
I mean that the house might have been under your family name since I got it after Mike and I were married. But after we got divorced, I went through and applied to change my name back to my maiden one. And that included changing my name on everything from the house to the car title. It's all mine now. Well, it always was, but now there's not a doubt.
Hold on a second. Is that why you've been taking so long in returning our car to us?
Well, again, like I just said, it was never your car. It was always mine. I put the money down on it and I've been the one making payments for it. All I did was revert everything back to my maiden name, so no. You and your family can't even try to lay any kind of claim to it whatsoever.
Wait, what? This doesn't make any sense at all. How can you just do that to someone's property?
Let's get one thing clear. You and your family never were paying for anything. Your names were not on any loans or deeds or titles. I was paying for everything for everyone this whole time with my own salary. So now that we're divorced, all of that reverts to me.
Wait a second. I just went to my office and looked through my copies of all the important documents that we have. And what you said is true. It really was your name on everything, but with our last name. Are you really telling me that this means we'll have to move out? You can't do that to us. It isn't fair at all.
I take it this means that you, Mike, and your husband still haven't been filled in on just what's about to happen. You might want to fill them in, because I've been ignoring every call and text the two of them have been sending me. You'd think they would have figured out that something was up after a week has gone by now.
I just told them that you told me that you were going on a last-minute vacation out of the country and that you weren't getting back to them because you weren't going to have any service. But I had no idea that you were going to do something like this to our own family. It's sick. How can you live with yourself? How can you just throw us out?
Well, I'm afraid that you're asking those questions to the wrong person. You really should have done your homework before you just sent off your forged divorce papers for Mike and I. But like you said, it's too late to do anything about it now. So I just did what I could. Changed my name on my documents, and now the house and car and everything is all mine. Like it always was, really. And I've already found a buyer for the house. So, you all need to move out as soon as possible, or else you will be forcibly evicted.
But this can't... It has to be a joke. You can't honestly be telling me that you were the one paying for everything for all of us this whole time. Was this your idea this whole time? Hold the house hostage so that if I ever kick you out, then you can get your revenge on us like this?
Of course not. That was never my intention with any of this at all. I wanted to pay because I could afford it and you all were my family. But did you really never once question who it was putting down payments on some of the largest things around here? I mean, do you know anything about who makes how much money in this family? Do you not know anything about how the house has been run at all?
I don't understand. This can't be happening to me right now. I refuse to believe a word that you're saying to me.
Believe it or not, I've been paying for everything for the past year that we've all been living together.
But then, what about my husband? What about Mike? What have they been doing this whole time?
Well, for your husband, I was actually also paying down his debt for him.
His debt? What's that supposed to mean? My husband doesn't have any debt. You have no idea what you're saying at all.
So you're telling me that neither your son nor your husband told you that they were unemployed then? You really ought to be showing me a bit more gratitude for all that I've been doing for you, you know.
Hold on a second. The two of them are unemployed? As in, neither of them are working at all? That can't be right.
Well, it is. Once again, I don't really know what to tell you except that you should really be focusing more on important details like this.
You're lying to me. I don't believe you. It can't be true at all. You're just trying to trick me.
I really am not trying to trick you at all. I've been very honest about what's been going on around here for the past year. But if you haven't been paying any attention whatsoever, I understand how this all might be a shock to you. But you can really only blame your own ignorance.
But then, everything, the home, loan, the car payments, the utilities, it's all been you?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. I assume that you probably thought it was your husband or son covering those things, but it was me the whole time. Now that you've gone and split Mike and I up, though, I don't really see any need to keep doing that for you all.
But why didn't anyone ever say anything about this to me? What's the matter with everyone? I deserve to know this.
It's probably because they didn't want to deal with you since they knew how you would react if you knew the truth.
And just what is that supposed to mean, huh? What way did they think I would act if I found out that neither of them had a job?
Well, you'd probably just be on their backs all the time about job hunting and working and not having enough money. I can't really say that I blame them for keeping it a secret from you. I mean, you were just one of the nosiest, rudest people I've ever known, and I would probably do the same if I was them. But honestly, I am just glad that you are not going to be my problem anymore. It's so nice to be rid of you.
What is that supposed to mean? How are you to get rid of me? I'm still your mother-in-law. You can't do this.
Actually, you're not my mother-in-law. Mike and I are divorced, remember? So given all that, I really don't owe you a single thing.
But why didn't you fight to divorce me? Could it be that you wanted to leave Mike this whole time?
What do you think? I was living in a house full of unemployed and unmotivated people who never showed me any gratitude for all that I was doing for them. On top of that, he never once stood up for me against you while he eagerly asked me to pay for every little thing of his. Do you really think that's a marriage worth staying in?
But then you're just going to leave us all like that?
Yeah, I mean, that sounds really wonderful, actually. I mean, I don't want anything to do with you or your family ever again.
I just don't even know what to say. How could this happen to us?
I can tell you how. You were a horrible bully who took it upon yourself to get your son and I divorced, and now I'm free of all of you. So I have to say that I really am grateful for all that you did for me. Consider us even now.
Linda, you can't be serious about this. Please, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for bullying you. I'm sorry for the divorce. I'm sorry for everything. Can't we just make this up and be friends again? Think of how hard you're going to make things for us.
Yeah, that's a no. I don't want anything to do with any of you ever again. You do understand what that means, don't you?
But why not? Why can't we just go back to the way things were?
That's exactly the problem. The way things were was awful, and I don't want that for me ever again. I couldn't bring myself to ask for a divorce before now, but now that it's already done, I'll happily accept it. Anyways, good luck figuring out between the three of you who is going to have to get off their butts and find a job. After that, Molly continued to spam my phone, begging me to forgive her and take her and her family back. It was honestly starting to get just a little pathetic, and so I finally blocked her. They had until the end of the week to pack their bags, and when Sunday came, they were gone and the house was completely empty. I heard from neighbors that all that week, loud arguments could be heard from the house. Molly was forced by her family to go back to work since she was the one who ruined the setup that they had been enjoying so much. But even her salary wasn't enough for all of them, and before long they were all working in some form or another.